Hi, I'm John Levi.
And I'm Patrick Noonan.
And about 50 years ago, in August of 1973, I had just arrived at Yale University, just left my steamer trunk under the bunk bed, when I heard some music coming out of the dorm window. And I looked outside and I saw this nice looking guy with a big black beard and long black hair sitting with a 12, no, not you, Pat, no. A guy named John Huschman, as it turns out, sitting under a big elm tree, playing 12-string guitar and surrounded by a bunch of adoring fans. So I thought to myself, I can do that. So I grabbed my violin and I went out the door, and I was on my way downstairs when who should I run into but this guy.
I was not bearded and long dark haired. I had long blonde hair, but I had exactly the same idea as this guy, which is I wanted to be part of that growing circle of our new classmates, musical, and the fans. And so I was headed down there as well.
Right. And so we started playing together, the three of us, John Huschman, Pat Noonan, and me. And over the course of the next 4 years while we were at college, we wrote music. We gigged around the Northeast. We even did a tour of Colorado in the summer of 1976.
And during that time, we also actually made a couple of records, old school, the big black ones. In 1975 and 1978, we made a couple of records, yeah.
That's right. But most of the time that we spent playing was out on the island of Nantucket, which we did during all of our college vacations, in the corner of a small whaling bar out there called the Brotherhood of Thieves. And as we were thinking that we were coming on 50 years of having played together, we thought about this idea of brotherhood, and we've gone back to that music that we used to play during that time.
And we've revisited the music in those songs in a number of ways. We've, in many cases, John's written some new lyrics. We've re-envisioned the music and taken advantage of the brotherhood and sisterhood of musicians that we have met along the way, including some new friends.
Yeah, and we have a lot of our old friends. The singer who used to sing with us, Galen Brandt, Laura Teller, who sang with us, Paul Lieberman, who played saxophone and flute with us, but also a couple of bass players, one of them James Singleton.
James is a bandmate of mine from Outer Park, and we've known each other since second grade. He's a first call bass player based in New Orleans.
Yeah, and an old friend of mine who I went off and played with shortly after I left Yale and went to Cambridge, a guy named Chucho Merchant, a Colombian bass player, who then went on after I sadly left him and went to the United States, and he found a group called the Eurythmics to play with, and then Pink Floyd, Paul
McCartney,
right? I think he played with him. In any case, in the spirit
of
brotherhood,
he did okay.
Yeah,
he survived the split.
And in spirit of brotherhood, Chucho not only agreed to play with us on this album, but brought in a fantastic Colombian percussion player named Kike. And most happy for me, my daughter Rebecca, who has spent the last 10 years singing music down in South America, has joined us on 7 of the numbers that we've got on this album.
As the lead vocalist. We've also got some other great friends, some old and new on the record, the Helium Brothers Bluegrass Band, terrific Atlanta and New Jersey-based vocalist Shinaway Hawk, and others. So anyway, it's people that have been playing together for nearly 50 years now, but also some new friends and friends made along the way.
So the point of all of this is that over the course of this next year, we're going to be releasing numbers one by one from this new album up until our 50th anniversary in September of 2023. So please look down here below. We're going to have links to those songs along with more stories about the brothers and sisters that we've pulled together for this album of Brotherhood.
Thank you, brother.